The lips of wisdom are closed except to the ears of understanding. The Kabbalion. I'm going to need you to look into this one. Listen closely and have an open mind to understand the following concepts. This video is going to be a deep dive into the theory and analogy I have for business that has been swirling and brewing around in my mind for a while. Using this video as best I can, I'm going to explain the following analogy and how it can help you better in your entrepreneurial journey. If I had an hour to solve a problem, I would spend 55 minutes thinking about the problem and 5 minutes thinking about solutions. Albert Einstein. I will begin by laying the groundwork by making point of the following. A boat and the concepts it entails are directly analogous to a business and the concepts it entails. A boat is a vessel used for traveling over water. For our analogy, our boat's primary objective is to get fish. A boat has a captain, the person in command of the vessel. The objective of the captain is to make the decision which will achieve the goal, to obtain as much fish as possible. A business is the vehicle used for traveling over trade. For our analogy, our business's primary objective is to get money. A business has an entrepreneur, the person in command of the vehicle. The objective of the entrepreneur is to make decisions which will achieve the goal, to obtain as much money as possible. The boat is the business, the captain is the entrepreneur, the body of water that the boat is in is the market, the crew is the employees, the other boats are the competition, the GPS and navigation are the plans and strategies, the weather conditions are the market environment. The analogy keeps on giving, but the important parts can be inferred without explanation. If you are alone, you don't even have a boat. You're alone in the water swimming. Maybe with a spear gun or with a net, but you most likely can't beat a tugboat with a 50-person crew and a 200-meter net. Let's talk about markets and competition. Defining markets in business terminology is an area in which commercial dealings are conducted. In our analogy, this is the body of water in which the fishing is being conducted. With this visualized, we can say, a lake is a small body of water, and in return, the amount of fish that is possible to obtain is low, but the difficulty and competition in obtaining said fish is also low. A medium-sized body of water, like a sea, may be predictable in storms, full of fish, but have a high amount of competitors. On the flip side, the ocean is vast, expansive and unpredictable, and highly competed for an area for fishing. The vastness and high amounts of competition cancel each other out. This leaves you with an area with high amounts of fish but dangerous and unpredictabilities which are near impossible to weather on a small boat. The market that you work in is the size of the body of water that you're in, the potential that you can achieve. It would be both illogical to put a swimmer in the ocean and a cargo ship in a pond. Competition is mostly found around areas where activities are easy and activities are profitable. If there is a plethora of fish overfilling a pond, the fisherman would stay in the pond, lay in the sun while collecting the fish. If there were multitudes of fish out in the depths of the sea by the darkest of storms, by the most dangerous of currents, not many would wade the risks for the fish. Since we have identified that a boat is a business, competitors are captains of other boats, their intentions for this analogy are likewise to yours, to obtain as much fish as possible. The competition may fish in the same waters but employ varied tactics to obtain fish. The competition may fish with nets while you may fish with rods. The competition may go out early in the morning while you may rise at night. The competition may prefer 5 small fishing boats in different locations while you may prefer 1 large fishing boat in a specific location. As much as it is important to mind your business, it is vitally important to mind everyone else's business. Just the same way you study and analyze the results you achieve, you should be studying your composition. If you know yourself and you know your enemy, then fear not the outcome of 100 battles. Sun Tzu. At this point in our analogy, we have understood how a business or an entrepreneurial journey can be analogous to a fishing trip, or a business can be analogous to a boat. A market can be analogous to a body of water, and competition is analogous to other boats doing fishing trips. The hardest part of a 10,000 step journey is making the first step into the unknown. Errikos Alexiou. During the scripting of this video, I had a decision to make. I would either continue to break down the principles of a business and explain them in an analogy, or I could use some examples to fast track the analogy and its points. I have chosen the latter option. If you would like an in-depth video breaking down each aspect of a business and applying it to Erik's business boat analogy, just comment in depth below this video. The example I have chosen is McDonald's. McDonald's is a franchise company. McDonald's don't go fishing, they lease out boats. I will briefly explain the McDonald's business model and then apply it to the boat analogy. The McDonald's business model operates as a franchise system. The company owns or leases most of the land and the buildings where the restaurants operate, making it a real estate focused model. Franchisees pay McDonald's to rent and the royalties, a percentage of the sales, while they handle the daily operation. This setup minimizes McDonald's operational risks while ensuring a steady revenue from both rent and franchisee fees. McDonald's would lease boats to franchisees, boats that they have built and applied their logo to. Franchisees, which are fishermen captains, are tasked with collecting as many fish as possible, which is in their interest as fishermen captains. They will have to pay a fee to use McDonald's branded boats while fishing and fishing techniques that McDonald's employs to be successful. When a fishing trip is complete, the franchisee will give a portion of the catch to McDonald's and repeat the process. This method works well. McDonald's takes on less risk with each trip, having similar returns on each trip because of the fishing fees and the boat rental leases. Fishermen captains who use McDonald's fishing boats also see bigger catches from using McDonald's fishing techniques. I think what gives this the biggest gravity is how difficult or dangerous the journey of fishing can be. I think this is what I was trying to encompass when I first imagined this analogy. As much as there is opportunity while running a business, there is also opportunity to catch fish while being on a boat. There are also an infinite possibility and combination of things that can go wrong, which can have everlasting impacts. A scene that I imagined during the formulation of this analogy was a business as a startup, where there is a lone entrepreneur, the captain alone in a small rowing boat looking out towards the vast expanse of ocean. I feel like this image is quite encompassing to what it's like to be an entrepreneur attempting a startup. Obviously, there are many business aspects that are yet to be covered with this analogy, but from all the angles I could find, I couldn't force a failure in the analogy, and I was happy to find that the analogy was quite encompassing. Many of you may wish for fish, but more times than not, being a good captain and having all hands on deck from a sturdy crew with good weather in your sails may prove much more fruitful. Thank you guys for listening to Erik's business boat analogy. I hope this video will help you take your ideas and make them whole, or at least help you visualize in depth scenes or activities that you are undertaking. I may not be an artist, but I really do like the picture that the analogy paints. Please share this video with anyone undertaking an entrepreneurial journey or attempting a startup. Like the video if you've enjoyed, and subscribe if you want to see more similar videos and concepts. I bid you all farewell, and I wish you safe passage on your journey.